Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Bankroll Builder for Breeders' Cup Saturday. Happy Breeders' Cup Saturday, everybody. We're right now in the middle of race 2. We got 8 minutes to post. There's Acacia Courtney. Hi, Acacia. Um, Yesterday, had a little saver with the late pick 3 we had. Got some of our money back, but overall down $73 for yesterday. The bankroll stands at $427. For today's races, we got a lot today, so let's get to it here. We start in race 3, so hopefully I get this up before race 3 goes off. We landed on the 7 here in race 3, which is going global. I was between the 2 and the 7, but I think the 7 just has a little bit more than the 2. Run against tougher competition, loves Del Mar. I mean, I think getting a little freshening in here, I think is going to do her wonders. You get Pratt staying on board, and she just hasn't done anything wrong. I mean, she knows Del Mar. She knows how to run this track. I mean, it's I think 9 to 5, you get every bit of that. They're going to both take money, 2 and the 7. I think the 7 is going to be the value in this race, and 9 to 5 is not going to say much of value, but we're going to throw a win bet on her to get the day started here in race 3. Race 4 is the Breeders' Cup Filly Mare Sprint. There's not much to stay here. Gamine is our single. She'll romp. Nothing to say there. We start our next bet in race 5, the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint. And we land on a couple in here. Hope the right thing here. Sorry. What the heck is my... Over here. Too many windows. Sorry. We're Maldus Capon trying to go fast here. 1, 2, 3, and 6 in race 5. Glass Slippers, last year's winner. Might be a little off from last year's form. Hasn't won yet this year, but is coming back. I guess they think they still have a chance here. But I'm going to use others in here. I'm not going to be solely, putting all my hopes in Glass Slippers. I think still a must use on the inside. Sprinting, going to be going. I think you're going to become closer to the pace than she was last year. But I think she'll be in the thick of it for sure. Used 2, Emirati Annie, who I think is the horse to beat. I think she's in very good form right now. Comes off a little bit of a freshening, or a little bit of a layoff. And I think this horse, wants to go 5 furlongs. I think it hits her right in between the eyes, and I think this horse is going to be ready to rock. And Trey Adzeni, I think this is his only mount of the weekend, so I think this 2 is going to be much the best. I use Golden Pal, but I don't think she's going to get it, or he's going to get it done. Just nice, very very nice campaign, but last time he's faced international horses, just didn't do too well, and Emirati ended up bested him over in New York back in August. So I think Golden Pal, you have to use him, but I don't think he gets it done today. But to save the ticket, I think you got to use him. Finally, the 6 A Case of You, I think, is the one could be battling for a win spot. Another one in very good form. I don't know if he'll take to the firm ground. I think he likes the off going a little bit better. But again, I think 5 furlongs sits him right between the eyes, and I think is going to be right there in the mix for win with Emirati Anna. So 1, 2, 3, and 6 in race 5, the turf sprint. Race 6 is Dirt Mile. And not much to say here. I think Life is Good is going to trounce the field here. They're pointing to this race. I think this horse is just going to be much the best. All right, sorry about that. I had a little bit of a distraction there. So Life is Good. I think is going to romp here in the Dirt Mile. We'll have them singled on a bunch of tickets, and you'll see them here at the end. I almost used 8 rings just because of the Baffert factor here at Del Mar on big days. I mean, it's, could get me, but I think Life is Good is just too good. So we'll single Life is Good and hopefully get through there. Race 7, the Filly and Mare Turf, and we landed on a few in here. Yeah, we got quite a few. I think this is wide open. We'll start with the one going in Vegas, who I think is the horse for course here. I think going to Vegas just loves Del Mar. I think the added ground's going to help her. And I think Umberto Rispoli had a nice win yesterday. I forget which juvenile he won. I don't know if it was the Turf Sprint. I can't remember. I think it was the Turf Sprint. I'll have to go back and look. But very nice win. I think Umberto is not fazed by the big day here, and I think he'll give this one the best chance to win. So I'm going to use the one. I didn't have her in initially, but I threw her in based off the ride he gave yesterday, and I think being the horse for course and being familiar with this course, I think he'll do the one well, and being on the inside, going that route of ground, saving all the ground she can, I think will benefit her. I used the 3 Acanella, I think is how you pronounce it. Yep. Has been running okay, but coming over and getting the extra ground again, I think this horse wants to go farther, and going a mile and eighth 2 starts back. I watched that replay, and just was a grinding type of finish. But again, I think the saving of the ground, I think having I'm banking on a big turn of foot, coming into the stretch, and I don't think they would send this horse over if they didn't think she had a chance here. So Juddmont's a very nice outfit, and I think they're putting their horses in the best possible spots to win. And I'm going to use the 3 base of that off that theory, but we'll see how she does. The next one I used, I didn't use the 4. I just didn't like the races she was coming out of. And I think the firm ground is not going to do her any good. I think she wants heavier ground. And I don't think she's going to take to the track very well. So I didn't use the 4. I did use the 5, though, Queen Supreme. I think the 5's a live long shot here at 20-1. Again, another one who I think, off breeding, you don't think she would like the extra ground. But I think she will, because I think this horse is going to be coming off the pace. I think she's going to sit off the speed, and I think she's going to make her run coming around the far turn. And I think, second off the layoff, I think the last start, he had Ryan Moore on him, and I think it was just a workout. I think they were just trying to get her ready, for this spot. I think this is a very sneaky horse, and I think this horse can be coming down the center of the course and has a shot to blow up the tote board at 20-1. I think you're going to get higher than that, too, because some other horses are going to take some money in this race, including the 6 Love, who I did use, excuse me, beat last year's winner a few starts back in the Prince of Wales. And again, another one coming off the layoff. I think the layoff will serve her well. Look back in a couple starts, layoff back in 20 from over 6 months, winner. Next start off, coming from a 2-month layoff, winner. Next start off a year, layoff, winner. So I think the 6 does well coming off the layoff. Excuse me. And I think you'll get every bit of 4-1 off this horse, and I think the 6 is going to be right in the thick of it, too, to win this race. Guy uses 7 Warlike Gods, thinks is the best American chance there is across all the turf races. Just can't knock her. She's just been running lights out. And I think Leperoux strangles them, and gonna have her have her back there, and hopefully she'll fire. If not, Leperoux will get some flack on Twitter. I know he always takes a little bit of flack, but this is the best horse she's been on since Tepin, I think, and you saw how Julian did with Tepin, so we'll see how she does with Warlike Goddess in today's race. Use the 8 also Loves Only You, the best Japan horse I think on the entire weekend card. Another one's going to be right in the thick of it. Got to use her. This is a wide open affair. And I did use the 9, My Sister Nat. Interesting horse. Again, another one where I think the mile and 3/8 hits her right in between the eyes. Hasn't done well against Warlike Goddess. Haven't even done well against last year's Philly Mare Turf. Just didn't show up. But for some reason, I think she's in better form this year than she was last year. She's faced a lot more tougher competition, because you look at last year's, form, I don't know if Civil Union even ran the Breeders' Cup last year. I have to go back and look, but these horses, are not even running this year. I mean, Harvey's Little Goil hasn't done much this year. I mean, so I think the last year's form isn't as good as this year's form. So I think the 9 is another sneaky horse that I think, could be coming late with the 5 and could light up the tote board if she gets there. I don't know if I have another one here or not. Yeah, that's all I have, because I didn't use the 12. The reason I didn't use the 12 is I don't think that the form again is good as it was last year. I think the added ground is not going to serve her well. I think she's better going shorter. I think this mile and 3/8 is not what this horse wants to do. I think the mile and 1/8, up to a mile and a quarter is what this horse likes to do. And she finished second to Love. She got trounced by Rougier last time out, or Rougier, I don't know how you pronounce it, but I just don't like this horse's form coming in. And I think, I don't know, that far outside post going a mile and 3/8, you're not going to save much ground. I think the 12 is not gonna do well this weekend. So I'm a playing against the 12. She might burn me, but if she does, hey, that's racing. You gotta take some stands somewhere. So we're not using the 12. So 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the Philly Mare Turf. 7 deep in that race. Race A is a Breeders' Cup Sprint. Again, not much to talk about. Jackie's Warrior, probably the most likely winner of the entire weekend. Single, move on. No one's beaten her. Or no one's beaten him. Excuse me. The only horse that probably has a remote chance, my personal opinion, is the 9, Dr. Chival. Loves Del Mar, loves the distance. I think that's the only one that has a shot to beat him. But he's just gonna go to the front and say sayonara. So Jackie's Warrior for me. Race 9, Breeders' Cup Mile. Another one I spread in. I used 5 in here. Let's start with the. Did I not use? Oh, I apologize here. I gotta put the 1 in here. I thought I had the 1, but I didn't. So I am using the 1, Master of the Seas. I think once the distance, I think Appleby has done well recently in the Breeders' Cup. I think his shippers have run very well, and I got to use the 1. I mean, I'm not going to let this horse beat me, not at all. Space Blues is the horse to beat. Uke has option, and I am down for going with Space Blues. This horse is just a freak, and I think it will show it on today. All right, then we get to the 6 Mo 4s. I think is the best American chance. Loves Del Mar, loves the distance. I think Pratt's going to get him in the best spot possible to win. It's no matter if he's better than Space Blues and Master of the Seas. I toyed with Mother Earth. I ended up throwing him in, but I'm not too excited about him. Or her, excuse me. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't like the form. You know what? I'm going to probably hate myself for doing this, but Yeah, I'm going to throw him out. I'm going to throw her out. Do some handicapping on the fly. I thought I had the 1 in there and I didn't, and I got to throw 1 out, so I'm going to throw the 9 out, and we'll see if that bites me later. I used the 11 Got Stormy for one reason only. Every time she's routed after coming off a sprint, she went 5 furlongs in the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint last year. Went back to a mile. Winner. Sprinted back in June at the Jaipur at Belmont. Next time out, routing at the 4-star Dave. Winner. So I think there's some sneakiness here going from a sprint to a route with Got Stormy. So I think possibility I'm going to throw this one in. Kind of reminds me of many years back when Court Vision won I think it was the mile in her in the final start for Got Stormy, or final start for Court Vision back at Churchill. Beat I think Goldacova was going for 4 straight Breeders' Cup miles, and I think Got Stormy has a chance to upset him here. That's why I use it. I mean, the 3 could win and just dash my hopes here, but I think it's more wide open than that. And then the 12 Pros Galore is the one right behind Space Blues, I think. Another one, coming over, I think, a good horse. And I think the mile hits her right between the eyes. So that's it. 1, 3, 6, 11. Sorry, I got too much stuff open here. 1, 3, 6, 11, 12 in the mile. Race 10's a distaff. And I am against Latruska. I do not like Latruska. I think the road ends for Latruska. Very nice campaign. But I think the road ends here. I think that's it. I mean, She Dares Devil beat her a few starts back. Of course, she turned the tables after, at Belmont. But I think she's had her own way. I think there's more pace in this race. I think she's going to get pressured more than she has in recent starts. And the last time she got pressured, she didn't do it. So I think the more pressure they add on her, the more it's going to benefit the other runners in here. I think the 7's going to pressure her. I think the 8's going to pressure her. I think the 9's going to pressure her. I think she's going to get pressure all over the place. And I think it's going to set it up. I think the 1's going to pressure her too. So I think the 1's going to have to send from the inside. I use the 1. And I think she's going to outrun the 6. I think she has to, and she has a chance to win. I used the 1, and it could set for an off the pace like the 2, but I'm not using the 2. I think the 2 just doesn't have that late surge down the stretch. I mean, yeah, she won in Juvie off that style, being horologist, but against these types just hasn't done well. I mean, finished third Latruska, finished second. I mean, she could do it, but I'm not going to use her. I think Malathat is the best shot to beat Latruska. I think they're priming her. She hasn't ran since August. I think they were getting her ready for this race. I think the 3 has a big shot here. So the 1, the 3, and the third one I use is the 8, She Dares the Devil, because having went over Del Mar and being familiar with the surface, I think is going to do her wonders. I think the 8 is one that's going to get first run and have to hold off Royal Flag and Malathat, I think. So I think 1, 3, 8 and being against Latruska is going to increase those exotics. And that's where we stand. All right, race 11 is the Breeders' Cup Turf. 1.5 miles. We got a bunch in here also. 5 deep, 7, 9, 10, 12, 13. Let's start off with the 7. Walden Street for James Doyle and Charlie Appleby again. Woodbine's a long stretch and a grinding type of finish, but made his run coming around the far turn and just stayed the course. So I think having that turn of foot coming around the turn, I think is going to serve the 7 wonders. What do I have here? 7, 9, 10, 12, 13. Sisyphean, the 9. Another one, just, I think the distance is going to suit him well. Only mount for Christian DeMuro. So he's going to give this one the best ride possible and, get him in a good spot to win. So I think the 9's a live shot here at 12-1. The 10 Yabir, Appleby Buick, I think is going to be right there as well, coming in good form. Went over at Belmont last time out, coming over, just stayed here, I would think. And, I think the firm ground is what this horse loves. You look at the soft ground, just hasn't done well on soft ground, but the firmer it's gotten, the better this horse has done. So I think the 10 has a good shot at 12-1. I threw the 11 in? No, I didn't. The 12. I have 12 Tiona. I'll have the 11. I have the 12 Tiona. Again, firmer the ground is, the better this horse is done. So I think the 12, again, coming over, I think is another live shot at 12 at 6-1. And the 3 Tarnawa, can't not use Tarnawa, has been in good form since last year as well. Winner of this race last year. And I think the 13 has a big shot too. But the 13, again, ran well on firm ground, but she's run good on, or he's run good, or she's run good on all different types of surfaces too. So I think the 13 you have to use as well. So 7, 9, 10, 12, and 13 in the turf, and then in the classic, I toyed with this for a while. I had Medina Spirit. I ended up throwing him out. I had our collector. I ended up throwing him out. And I'm singling Essential Quality. I think this horse has been getting ready for this. I think what's going to happen is Nick's Go is going to go out. Medina Spirit's going to go out. They're going to battle it out. You're going to have Essential Quality and Art Collector off the pace. You're going to have Hot Rod Charlie probably falling behind them in 5th. Essential Quality is going to get that first run. Art Collector's going to try to go and just fade, I think. And then he's going to have to hold off Hot Rod Charlie in this race. It's going to sound like the Belmont, I think, coming down the stretch, where you have Hot Rod Charlie and Essential Quality duking it out again. And I think Essential Quality is just going to have a little bit more in the tank to hold off Hot Rod Charlie and Breeders' Cup Classic winner. And the only one I'm afraid of is Medina Spirit. If he outruns Nick's Go, which I don't think he's going to, I think it's going to be them next to each other for a full mile probably. It's just going to be a throwdown for a good mile, and then you're just going to see them coming and just overtake them, coming down the lane. I think it's going to be a great race, but I think Essential Quality gets it done. All right, so where are we at here? I got to get these 14 minutes up till race 3. So let's get this moving here. So we got we still have our juvenile fillies distaff double still going. We have 1, 3, and 8 to close it out. I checked the will pays last night, and I believe the one's our best payoff, but I have to look. I'm not 100% sure. I would think it is, but we'll see. We're going to toy around with this Breeders' Cup pick 4. I have 50-cent wager, 2-6 in the sprint, which is, here, let's just do it this way. 2-6 in the sprint, which is Emiratiana and A Case of You. In the filly and mare turf, we're going to have filly and mare turf, 7, 8, and 9, Warlike Goddess, Loves Only You, and My Sister Nat. The mile is Space Blues and Got Stormy. And then in the turf, we got Sisfahan, Yibir, and Tarnawa. So an $18 bet for 50 cents. This race coming up in 12 minutes. We have 25 to win. Jeez, oh man, I'm falling apart here. All right, we have 25 to win on the 7, Going Global. Race 5, we're going to start at pick 3 with the 1, 2, 3, and 6 in the sprint. We single Life is Good in race 6, the dirt mile. I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 6 in the filly and mare turf. Single Life is Good in the dirt mile. And then in race 6, 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are horses in the filly and mare turf. Race 6, a $4 pick 3, Life is Good singled, 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the Philly Mare Turf. The turf sprint was 1, 2, 3, 6. Sorry. Philly Mare Turf 1, 5, 3, 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. With Jackie's Warrior in the sprint, a $28 bet. Race 7, again, we're just rolling these pick threes. We got a 3, 6, 9, 11, 12. I'm sorry, this is going to change. 1, 3, 6, 11, 12. In the mile. Then race 8, $1 pick 3. Jackie's Warrior singled. 1, 3, 6, 11, 12. Gotta hope Aiden O'Brien doesn't screw me with Mother Earth. We'll see what happens. With 1, 3, Hayden at distaff. Race 9, a $2 pick 3. The distaff. 7, 1, 3, 8, 7, 9, 10, 12, 13 in the turf. Singling Essential Quality in the Classic, and then 25 to win on Essential Quality in the Classic. 25, 55, 70, 87, 50, 115, 50, 143, 50, 168, 50, 186, 50 in bets. We stand at 472, or I'm sorry, 427. So hopefully we get some winners here. Enjoy the races today. 10 minutes till race 3, 25 to win on the 7 going global. And let's have some fun today, guys. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.